All right, so this is immigration attorney Connie Kaplan in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. But today I'm here to answer your questions, general Q&A about U.S. immigration. However, before we get to your question, and you queue them up, so thanks for being here, we are going to discuss changes and updates to immigration law that came about in the last couple of weeks. So the first things first, for those who already have green card applications pending. So they have an adjustment of status and they filed a petition either based on employment, investment, or family. Your medical reports for green cards are now valid for 4 years. It used to be 2 years. The rules were still very strict, and now it's 4 years. So that's awesome. The fact that you still need to have your doctor's signature on the medical exam before you submit it to immigration, that's still valid, and it still has to happen in the 60-day period prior to filing your green card application. So if you have an application already pending, that's a little bit different. If you are filing right now, your medical exam will be valid for 4 years. So remember that. And again, since we are talking about the medical exams for immigration purposes, when you are filing your application for adjustment of status, which is your green card application, you will need to make sure you submit a medical exam. It used to be that it didn't matter if you submitted it in the beginning or you submitted before the interview. However, right now, USCIS is encouraging that the medical exams be submitted at the same time as your green card applications. Okay, so that is one topic. And let's see, Pakistani can apply for green card immigration. Yes, you can apply for permanent residency in the United States, regardless of what country you are from. But you need to have basis for that, okay? So you can't just apply because you want to. So you have to have, there are, generally speaking, to get a green card. Green card is also called permanent residency in the United States, and that process eventually leads to citizenship, all right, U.S. citizenship. So you have to be a resident for a few years before you apply for citizenship. Now, how do you get that residency? Generally speaking, there are 5 ways. There are more than this, but generally speaking, there are 5 ways to get permanent residency in the U.S., and those are investment, okay, employment. So you need to find on your own an employer willing to sponsor you. And that employer has to show, in most cases, that you are more qualified than U.S. workers, or they cannot find U.S. workers to do the job. Then you have asylum, if you are already in the United States, green card, lottery, and the one that's most common and the ones we focus on, it's family petitions. If you have a family member in the United States, depending on their immigration status, are they a permanent resident or U.S. citizen, the options could be different, okay? So if you do have a family member, or you have advanced degrees, or you have the money to invest in the United States, give us a call and we can try helping you out to see which is the best option for you. All right. Then, so that was the first update that we wanted to talk about, was the medical exam for green card application, the medical reports. You have family member in the U.S. Great, Mark. Maybe you want to tell us the relationship between you and them, because uncles, aunts, cousins, friends, they don't count. Okay? So let us know. Now, applicants for permanent resident. So when, again, you are filing for your permanent residency, okay? Again, application for green card, you are already in the United States. So when you are filing for that, generally speaking, you are also applying for a work permit and a travel permit. And every once in a while, okay, when the processing time for a green card, it's faster than it is for a work permit, you wouldn't get the social security number. Well, the government finally picked up on that, and now they are going to allow, on the brand new form that they are developing so soon, they are going to allow you to apply for a social security number when you are applying for the green card. So this way you don't have to make an appointment at the social security office to get that and be able to work after you already have a green card, right? So if your work permit comes first, in some parts of the country, let's think about this for a second. In some parts of the country, processing for green cards, it's longer than it is for work permits. And in some other parts of the country, the processing is slower for the work permit. So depending on where you are, one way or another, now you are getting the social security number without you having to apply directly, make an appointment, go in person, and apply for the social security office, which is great, especially right now with the COVID, where the offices of the Social Security Administration have been closed. This is awesome. It was so difficult for some of our clients to get their social security numbers. We are in Florida, so we had so many clients that their green cards came within a few months, and that was faster than the work permit. So now all of a sudden they needed to go to the Social Security office, and there were no appointments available because that is one application that needed to be done in person, which made no sense because the government already knew what your status was. Anyway, I digress. I don't want to go into that. But right now, thankfully, at least where we are, the processing is still quite fast in Florida. And before you guys are asking, if you are not living in Florida, that's not your primary residence, that is not where you will be processed. It really depends on where you live. Now, of course, if you move here, that's a different story from another state. So let's see if we have a couple of questions so we address them before I move on to the next topic. Mark, I also have Gulf heavy driving license. I don't know what that means. You need to, based on that license, you need to do your research and see what jobs you qualify for in the US. Then you have to find your own employer to petition for you, and then you can try. All right, then we can help you. Greetings from Ghana. Hi. All right. My brother has been in the US. Hi, Nelson. My brother's been in the US for 17 years, but doesn't have a green card or work permit. Do your brother a favor and have him give us a call, or any other immigration lawyer, because if he does not have a criminal record, he might actually have options. Okay, so the fact that he's been here for 17 years makes, you don't get the green card just for being here a long period of time. So Nelson, please have your brother give us a call, book a consultation, and let's see what options he has, okay? It really depends. You're asking what do we do? Honestly, no matter where you live, your best option is always to see an immigration lawyer. Let me tell you why, okay? Google has all the right answers. Google also has all the wrong answers. You will only know which one is the right answer for you when you talk to an immigration lawyer, because they know the law, they know the latest update, and what you read on Google may not be the latest, okay? And you do need to disclose confidential information. You need to disclose how you came to this country. In this case, your brother, obviously. We need to know how you came to the country, what your marital status is, what your education, what your employment. Have you ever been arrested? Have you never been arrested? Have you been arrested and not convicted? Did you enter with a visa? Did you cross the border? Are you healthy? Are you not? All of those things we need to know on a consultation before I answer your question that says, what do we do? Okay? So there is a law that's at stake. And also, for those of you who are here and don't know, immigration lawyers in the United States do not work for the government. Private immigration lawyers work for you. Okay, so we are not paid by the government, we are paid by you. We don't have a duty of confidentiality or to disclose anything to the government. So it is very confidential and it stays between us and you guys. And that's a very common question, actually, a concern that people from certain countries have, especially people from Latin America. Okay. All right. Oh, there is a question on a medical. Should I wait to do my medical or do it and send it with my initial package for a green card or spouse? I'm glad you asked, because you obviously were not here joining us early when we started. So it used to be that you could submit your medical exam along with the application for permanent residency, or you could submit it when the government requested it. I need coffee, all right? Or submitted later on, right before your interview. And any of those three options were great. Right now, USCIS is encouraging all the applicants to submit it at the initial filing, and they extended the validity of the medical exam to 4 years. Okay, it used to be 2 years. You still have to have it signed by the civil surgeon, okay? And that's not your regular doctor. It's a civil surgeon. You still have to have that signed within 60 days prior to the application, okay? Good, so I'm glad you asked that question for those of you who weren't here already at that time. Sheila, I want to come to the US, but I don't know where to start. Well, this is what most people that come in contact with us eventually do, okay? They really go on Google and say, how can I immigrate to the United States? Or how do I get a work permit in the United States? Then they evaluate some options. And if they're really, really serious about it, and they are ready to do something about it, then they contact an immigration attorney and they book a consultation and really discuss their options with the immigration lawyer based on your personal history. Everybody's history is different, okay? But really where you start is by doing general information and general research on how you want to come to the United States, okay? Same for you, Suresh, same for you. DV lottery news. We do not have any news yet. As soon as they will be announcing them, I will be letting you guys know. Not only that, but because I promised, I will be doing a live, okay? So stay posted and follow us. I will be doing a live as soon as it reopens, not when they announce it, but when they reopen. And at that point, I will make a few announcements ahead of time for you to be ready and have everything ready so I can walk you through on how to apply for that, okay? So no, they are not accepting any entries right now for the lottery. If you find yourself on a website where they are saying, yes, you can apply, give me the money, that is not the official website for the lottery, because the official website is free. All right. Do you know when they are accepting immigration visas right now? They are always accepting immigration visas. I assume by that you mean you want to come here as a permanent resident. If you want to come here as a permanent resident, then you're looking for an immigrant visa. Okay, and they have been accepting them all along. Even if the consulates are closed, the applications are being accepted. You not doing anything about it just puts you at the end of the queue. You should not wait until the consulates are reopened, because there is a lot of processing that takes place before that. My best friend is a barbershop owner. I'm willing to come and work with him. What's my best way? Based on these facts, you do not have a way. First, your best friend, it's not a relative and cannot help you, okay? However, if they find that you particularly have a specific skill that they cannot find a U.S. worker qualified and able to do the job, then they can petition for you. I just don't see it in your case. All right, let's see. DV lottery, what time, month close? DV lottery, generally speaking, opens in October and closes within 30 days. We do not yet know if there is going to be one this year, but if there is going to be one, I will let you know. My pleasure, Sheila. Okay, somebody wants to know where is our office. Thanks for asking. We are in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Okay, so we are in the United States. We help immigrants everywhere make the United States their permanent home. We have many clients abroad who are trying to come to the United States using the proper channels. So they are applying for various visas, generally family, investment, some employment, and most of our clients are already in the United States. And right now we have clients in 46 states. It doesn't matter where we are, because we do everything electronic, and we do Zoom meetings and consultations with our clients like this. So we are fine. And any immigration lawyer in any state can help you with US immigration. Okay. Okay, I'm a biomedical engineer. How do I get a permanent resident and secure job? If you are a biomedical engineer, depending on, first you would need to have your degree checked for equivalency to a US degree, and we can help you with that. Then you will need a employer willing to petition for you. Generally speaking, most employers, if they don't know you, they will start with a temporary option. But under that temporary option, in most cases, you can bring your spouse and children. And once you are here for a few years, they are going to, generally speaking, sponsor you for permanent residence. And that's a secure job, all right? Give us a call. Be prepared to discuss your education, your experience, any prior U.S. immigration history, if you had any. Some people have been here in school, some people have not. So please give us a call. We can help you with that. But you will need to find a sponsor. Now, there are some cases for people with very advanced degrees, such as yours, okay? If you published many papers that have been peer reviewed, if you are very well known or you are the top of your field, that you can actually apply for permanent residency without an employer to sponsor you. We were just able last Friday to obtain one for a physician, for a doctor with also a biomedical engineering undergraduate degree before their MD from Russia. So they were just able to obtain it. Okay. No, I do not have an office in San Francisco. I'm assuming that's what you're asking. We are in South Florida, but yes, we have physical location. Of course we do. All right, so yes, our office is in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We help people everywhere make the United States their permanent home. All right, so it doesn't matter where we are, we can help you. We have people in 46 states. How long does it take the NVC to do an update on our status? Ooh, that's a long question. So let me address that, okay? National Visa Center could take 6 months to even look at your paper. Then they're gonna look at the papers you submitted, and there is going to be something they don't like. Okay, basically they're gonna say, oh, you submitted the page this way, it was supposed to be this way. And I'm not joking. And then you start from zero, and it's nothing you can do about it. It's not about the way you sent them the document. It is really on their system. It's not great. Okay, it's gotten better over the years, but it's still not great. You are only done and placed in the queue for the consulate on the date that your status says you are now documentarily qualified, okay? If you have already been documentarily qualified, that means you are actually waiting for the consulate to tell NVC when they can schedule appointments. Depending on the type of visa you are seeking, some consulates are processing them, some are not, very few are. So there is a long wait, okay? Since most of the consulates have been closed since March of last year, some have reopened with limited availability, and the backlog is over 500,000 applications. There is going to be a long wait. Now, if you're not documentarily qualified, that's your first priority, because you're not getting in line until you're documentarily qualified. And if you're not, give us a call. Maybe we can help you. How long does it take for my partner to come for me, please? Okay, so you just asked me the NVC question. I think I addressed it. I'm a telecom engineer who's about to finish university at Ghana, who want to relocate to the US. Well, since you are still in school, okay, I'm assuming you're not yet an engineer. You are studying to be an engineer. While you are still here, okay, while you're still in school, it's time for you to want to be the top of your class and then publish a lot of papers and get a lot of experience in your field, so that you can later come to the United States. You might also want to consider a master's degree in the United States once you get your bachelor's degree from Ghana. If you come here for your master's, that's a student visa. You can be here for the entire period of time that the master's degree takes place. And at the end, you might be able to find practical training that allows you to work here for a short period of time. During that time, you might be able to find a sponsor. So that gets you here to be here, but it doesn't get you here on a path to a green card necessarily. It really depends on your background. Nurse assistants from Ghana, it depends. If your nursing assistant from Ghana is very similar to a registered nurse, licensed practical nurse, or physician's assistant, then your chances are way better. If you're a nurse, to be a nursing assistant, if you are a CNA, what we have here are CNAs, your options are not great. That does not mean it is impossible. If you are a CNA, there are agencies who can try to get you here on a visa that's called H-2B. So that's where you should start your research, okay? How long does it take my fiance to come for me? So I'm assuming your fiance is a US citizen. You asked me this question on NVC. So since you know about NVC, I'm assuming your case is stuck there. Give us a call and let us help you. But fiance visas are some of the fastest ones right now. So that is actually a good thing for you. She's no longer your fiance if you guys got married already. So have her give us a call, or you give us a call, book a consultation. No, it's not free. And let's talk about it. Can you do any push through a lawyer? No, you cannot. The only thing a lawyer can do for you is make sure you don't experience delays or mistakes because you're not doing it right. And that, frankly, it's what we do most of the time. Everybody thinks, oh, I can do it on my own. I'm going to fill out the paper. It's only about filling out forms. And then they complain that they have to pay the lawyer so much more. Well, if I have to go back there and start from scratch, and on top of that, to fix everything you didn't do right, it is what it is. What can I tell you? Is USA accepting international students? Yes, they are. Okay. You need to find, and it's not about USA. It's about you finding a school for your level of education that accepts international students. Once you get that, and you get admitted to the school and you reserve your spot, the school, knowing that you are a foreign national, they need to give you a form. It's a form I-20. And with that paper, we can help you obtain your student visa. All right. Hola. Hola, Imi. All right, so since we are caught up on that, let me address just the last update that I wanted to discuss today. So, work permits. If you are applying for a permanent residency, you are now, as part of that permanent residency, you are applying for a work permit. You always done that, hopefully. Right? Okay. So based on that, your work permit will now be valid for 2 years. So if you have a work permit that it's a 1 year and expires soon, and you have to apply again for renewal, your new one is going to be 2 years. If you are going to file a brand new green card application, as part of that, your new work permit will be valid for 2 years. So, and that's awesome because you don't have to do it twice. All right, so let's see. I have a couple questions. My passport age is different from my, I'm assuming, birth certificate age. How is it going to affect me? You will have serious issues. Okay, so you need to fix them. Okay, before you apply for anything, you need to make sure that your passport matches your birth certificate. So you need to fix either the passport or the birth certificate. Okay. Do you help people who want to go to Canada? I don't personally do Canadian immigration. We have a great partner who can help you immigrate to Canada. We would need to recommend you to them. Okay. Send us a message and we'll send it to you. Which companies are best recommended for full-time sponsorship, please? There is no such thing. There is no such thing, okay? Capitalism, United States, everything's private. You need to find company by company. There are job boards out there, and you have to apply to jobs. You cannot lie to them and tell them that you have papers when you don't. You need to disclose to them that you're looking for sponsorship. If they are interested in your credentials, they will sponsor. If they are not, they won't. There is no such thing as which companies. I have a bachelor's of arts degree in English. Any hope for my master's in the States? Yes, find a school, okay, who can sponsor you for that. Obviously, you have to show that you are able to pay tuition and cost of living, and get in touch with many, many schools. You have to, like everybody who's looking for employment or schools, you have to do the research on your own. There is no one place where you find it. The visa lottery program, when accepted, does it permit one to go ahead with family? Yes, it does. Depends on what you consider family. Spouse and children only. When is the visa lottery available? We are hoping it's going to be in October, but we do not know. All right. During the interview for immigration visa, is there a possibility for the consular officer to refuse? Absolutely, and it happens all the time. Does your company help for green card? Yes, we do, once you have options. So we can help you obtain it once you know which family member is going to petition for you, once you know you have the money to invest, or you have an employer who can petition for you. If that's the case, yes, we can help you. Okay, guys, so we talked for about 30 minutes now, and I have to get on to my day because I have to go to immigration. I have two interviews today for my clients, and I need to be there. So give us a call. I'm immigration attorney Connie Kaplan. We are in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 954-466-0070 is our phone numbers. Our team's ready to take your call if you think you need help. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.